Hurricane Erin is causing major damage along the East Coast with strong winds, flooding, and dangerous surf as well.
Well, with this comes strong rip currents, which can be dangerous if you are not prepared. Joining us this morning live from the beach at Ogunquit, meteorologist Christian Bridges. And Christian, how are the waves looking out there right now?
Yeah, Jeff, it's been really impressive watching the waves increase through this morning. We were at Higgins Beach early this morning on our sister station on CBS 13, and they built all through the morning, and now they are really, really big here offshore. And I don't know if you can see behind me, got that double red flag flying. And joining me to talk about what that means and if you can get in the water today at the beach is the Ogunquit Fire Chief, Russell Osgood. Thank you so much for being here to talk with us this morning.
You're welcome.
And so, to start things off, before we get into the risk of today, how has the summer been? Have you guys seen a lot of water rescues here at Ogunquit Beach?
So early in the summer, things were really quiet, but in the later part of the summer, it's picked up quite a bit, and we've had some pretty dramatic rescues happen.
Yeah, and I know you had that the paddle boarder a couple weeks ago. I remember hearing about that as well.
Yeah, we had five kids rescued off of a paddleboard right at the mouth of the river in some pretty rough conditions.
And that's just goes right to our point for today. Obviously, very, very rough out there with the waves from Hurricane Erin. And we got the double red flag behind us. What does that mean?
So the double red flag here means that there's no swimming, so no water entry at all. We've been watching this storm grow. Yesterday we flew a red flag, which means swim with extreme caution. And throughout the morning, the seas have really increased, and we think it's at that point. We're pretty sure it's going to stay a double red flag through Sunday.
Gotcha. So if you're making those beach plans, keep that in mind that you're not going to be able to get in the water. When it comes to, there's obviously a lot of people out here today enjoying the beach. If you want to come down, is it okay to, put your feet in the water?
So the lifeguards are going to watch what's going on throughout the day. They will allow people like ankle deep as long as you're not in the surf itself.
Yep.
We have a lot of little puddles that are okay. But we really want people to understand that if you get swept off your feet, you can easily get swept out to sea. And in these conditions, it's very, very difficult to get across the surf, even for experienced lifeguards.
And that puts the rescuers in danger as well. So you're just, increasing the risk for everybody. Now, I know the tides have obviously been pretty high here. I can see that it's gotten all the way up to the rocks. Tonight, we're looking at the potential of some minor coastal flooding. Is that a concern for you guys down here?
It's always a concern. We have a storm surge. We do usually have water come up onto the beach and in Perkins Cove. Sometimes it gets into Perkins Cove. We're watching it. We monitor it, and hopefully things don't get too bad.
And you guys have lifeguards here, obviously, patrolling the beaches all through today and tomorrow as well. Can you tell us one final message here before we wrap this up? What would you tell people if they want to get on the beach this weekend?
Enjoy the weather. It's going to be beautiful, but don't take that as a sign that the conditions of the ocean are safe. It's extremely dangerous to get into that water. And please don't put my lifeguard staff or any of our rescuers in the position where they really need to get into the ocean.
Thank you so much, Fire Chief Russell. We really appreciate it. And you heard him. That water is really dangerous. We got that double red flag behind us for a reason. So stay out of that water today and tomorrow. Live here in Ogunquit on the beach, I'm meteorologist Christian Bridges. Back inside to you guys.
A really strong message there from the chief.
Yeah, and so red flag warning in York and now Ogunquit now. So let's see if any other beaches follow suit.
Yeah, and that does bring us to our question of the day. With the threat of rip currents and the high surf, we're asking this morning, is the current rip current risk, is it altering your beach plans for the weekend?
And you can scan a QR code on your screen to vote. You can also join in the conversation by sharing a comment with us on whether or not you're still going to the beach and how much of an impact the rip current risk has for you.
Then at 10 o'clock on Arc Maine, we'll take a look at what you had to say. So you can scan that QR code right here.
It sounds like it can be pretty easy to forget how dangerous the water is when it's such a beautiful day otherwise.
I know, and unfortunately, today and tomorrow, there's going to be the two highest days of that risk. And unfortunately, it's the two warmest days in our 7 days. So
I know, what a bummer. I like taking a walk on the beach, but I'm not going to go sit there and just sit on the beach and look at the water that I can't go in. So we'll have to see how many people actually alter their plans.
And that's actually all I do when I go to the beach is sit on the sand and look at the water. So I'll probably be heading to the beach, and I just won't go in.
Yeah,
like I never do.
Fortunately, it's the last weekend before Labor Day weekend, and the kids go back to school. So I wish it was maybe earlier in
Yeah.
the summer as opposed to now.
Well,
All
they
right.
still got another week next week. I think most kids only go to school one day next week, so.
Perfect. Easy week next week. Well,
Welcome back to Arc Maine right here on Fox 23. Right now, Hurricane Erin is moving up along the East Coast, causing major damage with strong winds, flooding, and dangerous surf.
with this comes strong rip currents, which can be very dangerous if you're not prepared. Joining us now live from the beach in Ogunquit is meteorologist Christian Bridges. Some huge waves there, Christian.
Yeah, Katie, the waves have been massive. They've been building all through the morning, and I think you can see behind me here, yeah, that double red flag. That means no swimming. It's been flying all morning. And now that it's 10 o'clock, the lifeguards are out here, and they are going to be keeping a close eye, making sure no one gets in the water. And speaking of lifeguards, we've got the captain of the lifeguard division here in Ogunquit joining us, Matt Pooler. Thank you so much for being on today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so thanks for coming on. And can you talk to us a little bit about what a double red flag means and kind of like what all the colors of the flag system mean?
Yeah, so with the double red flag, that's no swimming.
Yep.
Conditions are too dangerous. It's very easy to get swept off your feet, pulled into those rip currents, and get yourself in a dangerous spot. You can think of the flag system kind of like a stoplight. So your green flag means go, you're safe. Your yellow flag, conditions are a little wary. Think twice about getting in the water. Know your surroundings. Red flag, that's a high hazard. If you're not experienced, definitely don't go in the water. We're going to keep people in below their waist. And then a double red flag's like no one's in the water. You
Yep.
might let people wade in up to their ankles, but like I said, it's super easy to get swept off your feet and in a dangerous spot.
Yep. And you guys are going to be out here all day, the lifeguards, right? And they're going to be making sure nobody goes in the water.
Correct, all day. We're here till 5 p.m.
Awesome. And I know we got high tide coming up here later this morning. Got high tide again tonight. Are you guys worried about, the beach being completely covered in water?
Yeah, it's definitely something else we have to deal with when the tide comes all the way in. There really is no beach, so we're telling people to get their spot early, try and go more north on the beach because the southern end of the beach fills in a lot quicker. Yeah, it's something that we're gonna have to deal with.
Yep. And how long are you expecting the red flags to be sticking around for?
At least through Saturday, possibly Sunday. Really depends on what this storm's gonna bring for the next few days.
Yep. Can you talk about what the lifeguards have been through so far this summer, how busy it's been, if you've seen more rescues than normal, would you say, or if it's been a pretty typical summer?
Yeah, so early this season it was pretty mild. People were being really safe. I was really proud of our lifeguards being really preventative. The past few weeks with the storms coming in definitely made conditions a little worse, and that's when the bulk of our assists and rescues came. So hasn't necessarily been a busy season, but we've got our work in the past few weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what would you say to people who want to come down to the beach today?
For sure, yeah. Listen to the lifeguards. They're going to pull you out of the water if you're in a dangerous spot. They're pulling you out for your safety and for our safety. If we have to go in for you, you're putting us in a dangerous spot. And then if you're going to be here, swim near a lifeguard, talk to a lifeguard.
Yep.
And know your conditions, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously we got a double red flag today, but I feel like any day can have a rip current. What are some tips, if you get caught in a rip current, what should you do?
Yeah, the biggest thing is don't panic. The rip current's not going to pull you under. It'll pull you. It's just going to pull you out into the ocean.
And sorry to interrupt you, but you can hear the warning system going off right now, telling people to stay out of the water.
Correct. Yeah, and then basically just saying, swim parallel to the shore or perpendicular to the rip current, and if you can't get in yourself, wait for help and call for help. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Matt. We really appreciate you out here, and we so appreciate you keeping everybody safe out on the beach. So yeah, guys, stay out of the water the next couple days, but it is a beautiful day if you are going to come down and maybe just put your feet in here at Ogunquit Beach. Live in Ogunquit, I'm meteorologist Christian Bridges. Back inside to you guys. Welcome back to Arc Maine, everybody. We are here at Ogunquit Beach tracking the huge waves and the major rip current threat from Hurricane Erin as it passes by several hundred miles offshore. Again, we are right here at Ogunquit Beach. A lot of people out here at the beach, and you can see over my shoulder the double red flag. Swimming completely closed here at Ogunquit Beach. You can maybe put your ankles in, but other than that, definitely want to avoid the water today. You can see the waves here are incredibly huge. We've just been gawking at them all morning long. They've really been building. Even the fire chief was telling me that around 5 o'clock this morning, they were nowhere near as big as they are right now. So you can see the tide coming in. At 11 o'clock with that high tide, there's not going to be much beach left here in Ogunquit. So while it is a gorgeous, sunny, beautiful day, perfect day to be on the beach to relax, don't expect to be getting in the water, at least here at Ogunquit Beach. I know it's the same story down in York Beach as well. There are plenty of great sheltered beaches, though, that you can find all across the state. So maybe pick one of those if you really want to go to the beach today so you don't run into this issue of not being able to swim. And you really wouldn't want to swim in this anyway. These rip currents are so incredibly dangerous. The fire chief was really stressing that point, really hitting home that they've had lots of water rescues all summer. We really don't need to be increasing that number of water rescues today. So definitely use caution. These double red flags will be up all day tomorrow too, so it'll be a minute before those waves die back down. I am live right here in Ogunquit Beach. Meteorologist Christian Bridges here, sending it back to the studio.